Hey, I'm Craig Christoffersen. Welcome to Let the Light In TV. Today I am here with the Samyang VAF T1.9 cinematic lenses, and we're going to be reviewing them for the Sony E mount today. Now, the big selling point behind these lenses is that they are the world's first autofocus cinematic lenses, hence the VAF in their name. So they are built as a set, but they are sold individually. So the focal length of each individual lens that is available to you is the 20, the 24, the 35, 45, 75, and 100 millimeters. That is the variety of focal lengths that you could purchase. Again, they are sold individually, and the price range is from $600 US to $700 US. So these are cine lenses, which means you would desire them for them to be equal height, length, equal dimensions, equal balancing point, and these lenses meet all of those expectations. So you can see here, I've got the 24, I've got the 75, and we're actually filming on the 35 millimeter today. So I've got the 24, the 75, they have the exact same dimensions. They are exact same all the way around in every single way that you look at them. All the functions are the exact same. Also, they have equal balancing points, right? Meaning this one isn't more front heavy and this one's more back heavy. They have equal balancing points. So these cinematic lenses are made so that whenever you are swapping out lens, and this is going to be great, for example, for gimbal users, when you are swapping out a lens, you're not going to have to rewire, readjust, or re-weight your system. Swapping out these lenses is going to be extremely easy and quick. So the headline features of these lenses today is that, well, again, first of all, they are autofocus cinematic lenses. They can support sensors up to 8K in quality. They are compact, they are lightweight. I mean, these are so easy to travel with. I can fit 3 of them just in simply my shoulder bag that I carry my camera with. It's not a large bag, so very easy to carry, lightweight, so you can carry them around all day. They come with an LED function on the front and on the side of the lens. It is green when on standby, and it is red when recording. So this is a nice little thing for talent to focus on and see when it is live, as well as if you're recording by yourself, just to make sure that it is indeed recording. It comes with a custom function switch, and so you can use this, for example, for focus saving. These all take a 58 millimeter filter thread, and there are accessory options for the front of the lens, which we will get into in a second. Let's move on to the controls of the lenses. Each of the lenses comes with 1 ring, and so based upon how you set up the custom function switch, which is located right here on the side of the lens, based upon how you set this up, this 1 ring could, for example, I have it set up so that in M1 position, it's going to control the aperture of the lens, whereas M2 is going to go into manual focus mode, and now this ring becomes my focus ring. So it's almost as if I'm putting a manual focus, autofocus switch on the lens. Again, it's a custom function switch, so you can switch that to your needs and your preferences. When it comes to autofocus on these lenses, the focus poles are linear. So that means no matter how hard I accelerate, how hard or slow I twist the focus ring, the distance points are going to be the same every time, right? So if I need to go from here to here, doesn't matter how quick or how slow I go, those start and end points are always going to be the same. So I really enjoy that feature, especially on a cinematic lenses where you want your focus poles to be repeatable. Autofocus on each of these lenses was very strong. I did a bunch of different focus pole tests, which you can go into the individual lens reviews to check out those detailed tests for each specific lens. But I did focus pole tests. The results were always good. The focus pole is smooth. Of course, you can switch the rate of the focus pole, but I think the default is a nice, smooth, cinematic focus pole. It's nice and smooth in its transitions. As far as focus breathing goes, the the greater the focal distance, the more that the lens has focus breathing, right? So we start off with the 24mm, focus breathing was very minimal, and then we went to the 75 and we noticed that there was more. As far as chromatic aberrations go, it's basically the reverse. The 75 was very controlled with its chromatic aberrations, very impressive, next to none. And then the 24 did struggle some more. But again, when it comes to chromatic aberrations, what is the rule? The rule is don't push the lens to its absolute limits and extremes, as I do when testing it. You know, I put it in a very harsh background type of light. So just turn it down to T3, T4, and you'll be okay. They all have multi-layer coatings to reduce lens flares. They handled lens flares just fine. Now, let's get into the attachment, start to wrap up this kind of overview of all these lenses. So I said it does come with an attachment. Here it is. Essentially what this attachment is it's almost shaped kind of like a lens hood to help reduce with flaring. It's a bayonet style attachment. So here we go, put that on and simply lock it into place. And what this attachment has is it has a bunch of distance markings on the side. It keeps also the tally light on the front, so you're not going to lose that whenever you put this attachment on. The tally light stays. But basically what this does is it gives you distance markings so that your focus pulls, if you're doing manual focus pulls and you want to use a cinematic lens manually, then it's going to give you the exact distance markers to hit your point every single time. Now, for basically a lens hood with some distance markings on it, it's coming at a price range of $400 US. So I'm going to be honest. I've got my In Touch with the Common Man shirt. That is too much for me. That's too much for me. And I mean, I'm talking about my personal usage, right? You may look at this and you may say, wow, that's great value. I need that, I want that. That's gonna be useful for me. To me, let me be honest with you, this is not very useful for me. I'm using the autofocus function on these lenses. So this doesn't have great value for me to begin with, but overall, and certainly my kind of judgment, a lens hood with some distance markings for $400 is too much. So I definitely wouldn't get that if I were you, unless you need it, right? Don't let my opinions get in the way of what you need in your workspace. So, closing comments on these lenses. These lenses are available for Sony email. They are also, Samyang is advertising them for use with drones. I don't have a compatible drone, so I can't review that and test that out for you today. But these lenses are lightweight. They are so compact. I mean, look at this. This is a 75mm lens and it's the same as the 24. These are tiny, they're lightweight, they're incredible, easily to travel with. Also, something I failed to mention thus far, but you can see, I'll show some examples up on screen. These lenses are color matched, which means color grading is going to be simplified. It's going to be easy. All of the colors in the shots of these lenses are going to be the same. So when you're working on your cinematic projects, it's going to make color grading very easy. Lightweight, easy to function, they all have the same design, so that means swapping them is going to be very easy, especially if you are using something like a gimbal. You don't have to reweight it, they all have the same balance point. So these lenses are lightweight, easy to travel with, and are trustworthy in getting the shot you desire, and most of all, as a as an autofocused centric lens, the autofocus is reliable. So there it is, Samyang lenses. If you want, I've had probably some time markers up in the corner going to each individual review. You can go ahead and check those out. That is all I have for you today. I hope you have a great day, take care, and remember to let the light in.